more than a decade, our men and women have faced long periods of sustained conflict. They have done so bravely, often at great personal sacrifice. And as 1 million veterans return from Iraq and Afghanistan, many face a very different battle at home.
I had a lot of apprehensions when I got out of what I was going to do, where I would fit in, what kind of job I would get.
Once you've gone once, subsequently you know that the same person is not going to come back.
You get deployed, I tell all my soldiers this, that it changes you. Whether it be good for bad, doesn't matter, it's going to change you.
Just because you leave the combat zone doesn't mean that your war is over.
If you go to war and you do 2 deployments and you see everything that a guy in the infantry sees, if you're not changed when you come back, then there's something wrong.
Tens of thousands of service men and women have been gravely wounded, 1 in 10 of them seriously. They have survived injuries that would have killed their predecessors and are now living with life-altering disabilities. 44% of Iraq and Afghanistan veterans report difficulty readjusting to civilian life. And of the recently returning American troops, 10,000 are homeless, 13% are unemployed, and 1 in 6 show signs of post-traumatic stress.
We owe veterans our freedom, and it's part of the deal when someone joins the military and agrees to put their life on the line for this country and for everyone in it. We do that understanding that our country is going to be there for us when we come home, if we come home.
Their needs are immense and cannot be met by governments alone. The private sector has a critical role to play.
The nation is trying to deal with the issue of, our big veteran population that's returning from war and incorporating them in American society and finding jobs for them and providing for their well-being. Now is probably the most critical point. It is incumbent upon those of us who can provide support for education and continuing healing of our veterans ought to look for a way to do that.
At ITT Excelis, it is our business to protect service men and women in the field every day. But it is our purpose to ensure that protection continues long after their missions have ended. Veterans are our customers. They are our sons and daughters, family and friends, and they are our colleagues. Nearly 10% of our 20,000 employees have served.
My name is Ed Miniacci. I've been here at ITT Excelis for nearly 4 years. I believe I have a bond with our service members of today who have served overseas in conflict and have returned home, basically for the fact that I've lived it myself. Looking at our commitment, our ethics, all our principles, it certainly, to me, links right up to what a leader would be prepared to do to help out the community.
As a company, we will use our collective skills and our compassion to meet this urgent need. It's not about simply writing a check. It's about our employees inspiring a positive change.
I would say that this is an extraordinary period for us, and one that requires, I think, corporate responsibility to reach out and look for opportunities through either programs of training or volunteerism to lend a hand to supporting the soldiers and their families. Come together as a team and make it a priority.
We will take a leading role to ensure that our veterans are served and protected just as well at home as they were in the field.
As a defense company that produces radios and jammers to counter improvised explosive devices and night vision to allow soldiers to see at night, we're very proud that we bring capabilities that make their lives safer in what is an otherwise very unsafe environment. If we can do the same thing to our returning veterans in terms of helping them with their post-service care and their post-service education, we want to be a part of that and continue to provide the same service and capabilities for them, after their service as we did while they did serve.
We owe them our thanks. Imagine the momentum when our gratitude becomes action. We owe them our strength. Imagine the impact when we face these challenges shoulder to shoulder. We owe them our best. Imagine the outcome when we make a difference in the lives of veterans. We can do this. We must do this. The time is now.